There's a moment in Thailand most foreigners don't even realise is happening. You meet someone for the first time and within about 5 seconds they've already placed you. Not in a rude way, not in an obvious way, but in a very precise, almost invisible calculation. Are you older or younger? Educated or not? Wealthy or just visiting? Important or irrelevant? And from that moment on, everything changes. How they speak to you, how much respect you're shown, how honest they are, even how much effort they put into the interaction. Because Thailand runs on a system most tourists never notice. A silent ranking structure that shapes almost every social interaction in the country. And the wild part, even Thai people aren't always consciously thinking about it. They just know. So today, we're breaking down the rules that nobody explains. Not the obvious ones, the real ones. So, before we begin, let's get this out of the way first. Thailand is not built around the idea of equality in the way Western countries like to pretend they are. It's built around hierarchy, age, wealth, job title, education, family background. These aren't small details, they are the framework of social interaction. And here's where it gets interesting. In the West, we pretend everyone is equal and then quietly treat them differently. In Thailand, it's the opposite. Everyone understands there are levels and they behave accordingly. So instead of awkward guessing, there's a kind of social clarity. You just need to know where you stand. When you meet someone in Thailand, there's a quick mental checklist happening. How old are you? What do you do? Where are you from? How do you present yourself? And these questions aren't random. They're used to establish your position in the social structure. For example, if you're older, you're automatically given more respect. If you have a strong job title, especially something like business owner, manager, or anything government related, your status jumps immediately. If you're well dressed, confident, and calm, people assume higher status. If you seem lost, unsure, or overly loud, you drop down the ladder instantly. And here's the key point. This isn't about judging you personally. It's about figuring out how to interact with you correctly. Because in Thailand, interaction without context is uncomfortable. Now, this is where it gets really deep. In English, you talk to almost everyone the same way. In Thailand, that would be social chaos. The Thai language actually changes depending on status, different pronouns, different words, even a different tone. There are entire speech levels: casual, polite, formal, royal, even specific language just for monks. So every conversation is layered. You're not just speaking, you're constantly adjusting your level of respect. Even small things matter. Using kap or car at the end of sentences signals politeness. Not using them, you can sound blunt or disrespectful instantly. And here's something most tourists miss completely. Thai people will often simplify their speech for you, so you never even hear the real system happening. You're getting the easy mode version of the language. Now everyone knows the why, where you put your hands together and give a slight bow. It looks simple. It isn't. The why is basically a physical expression of hierarchy. The lower status person initiates it. The higher status person returns it, usually with less effort, and the height of your hands matters. The angle of your head matters. Who does it first matters. Even whether you do it matters. Example, you why a monk, they don't why back. Not because they're rude, because they're higher in the hierarchy. You don't why service staff. That actually creates awkwardness because you're breaking the expected structure. So that one simple gesture tourists copy, it's actually a whole system of invisible social positioning. Now, in Thailand, your job isn't just what you do, it's who you are in the social structure. Some roles carry massive weight. Government workers, teachers, business owners, people connected to institutions. Even if they're not highly paid, they often carry high prestige. Meanwhile, someone earning good money in a less respected job might be treated as lower status. This is where foreigners get confused because they assume money equals status. In Thailand, it's more complicated. Status is a mix of role, reputation, education, and connections. And once people know your position, your treatment adjusts immediately. Now, this next one is subtle but powerful. In Thailand, who you are is often tied to where you studied, who your family is, and who you know. Education, especially from respected universities, carries serious weight. Family background, even more. People don't always ask directly, but they'll find ways to understand your background because that helps them place you more accurately in the hierarchy. And once again, this isn't about judgment, it's about structure. Now, there's one rule that sits above everything else. Don't disrupt the social order. Don't embarrass someone above you. Don't force equality where hierarchy is expected. And don't make interactions awkward by ignoring status differences. And this is why people avoid confrontation, people speak indirectly, people prioritize harmony, because maintaining the structure matters more than being blunt or even right. Now, once you see this and understand it, you cannot unsee it. You will start noticing it everywhere. Why some people are treated differently, why conversations feel slightly controlled, why respect flows in very specific directions. And suddenly, Thailand makes a lot more sense, not because it's complicated, but because it's structured. And here's the part that most people miss. You are part of that structure too, even if you don't understand it, even if you didn't ask to be a part of it. You've already been placed somewhere inside it, and whether you realize it or not, that position is shaping every interaction you have. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, you already see Thailand a little differently. So hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what's something about Thailand that confused you, or something you've noticed that nobody really talks about, because half the interesting stuff about this country never gets explained. Thanks for watching, take care, and ciao for now. Bye bye.